In Pakistan, the structure of government has three vertical tiers. The lowest among them is the local government, which is currently the least developed. Unfortunately, there is a marked social exclusion at the local level on the basis of ethnicity, occupation, and even geography plays its part. Only best of the best in socio-economic terms are elected in the political offices. This marginalizes the already disadvantaged. So, in 2015 local government elections, not a single woman was elected in Multan. Now, the local government elections are taking place in provinces.
The major concept we have is to get the people from the grassroots level to the top of the assemblies. We're making sure the tickets that have been given to the people are not only who are the strongest one, but also who represents different norms of the society.
Equitable participation in economic, social, and political opportunities is the only way of ensuring sustainable development. And that is how conducive environment for the participation is created. Also, the decision-making forums need to be more inclusive. This, the government seems to understand, and it is reflected in the policies. So, the distribution of opportunities are unfair at birth. One of the key axioms of this distribution is gender dimension. Women make 51% of Pakistan with only 1% representation. Often, they get elected through nominations that reflect strength of those who nominate them.
In the long run, the medium, we have to provide that opportunity where they do not need any nominations, where they can come forward, they can compete in as anybody else can do. And this is not only to the gender, to the farmer community, to other marginalized and poor, those who are living in the rural areas, in the backward areas.
The participation of local citizens and improving decision-making institutions is a need-based solution.
The local needs and inclusive participations of citizens in decision-making, especially of women and other minorities, as the Minister and other speakers already addressed.
Comparing with the large urban centers, much of the population in remote districts can be taken as marginalized. Also, the local governments remain the marginalized tier of the federation. For social inclusion, first, the local government structures have to be operationalized and enabled. Before the enactment of the 18th Constitutional Amendment, during the first 60 years of Pakistan's history, it was limited to land revenue and policing only. The mandate of the local government has been defined in the law. For local needs, rules and procedures need to be defined that reflect the local realities of each government.
Function of the local government is to promote social counseling, to inculcate civic and community spirit, and motivate and galvanize, very heavy words, the general public for, and this is the most important part, motivate the general public for compliance of laws, rules, and bylaws.
Decision-making has to be done on the basis of available information. Some of the information is available, but not much on the multi-dimensional indices basis. So, local participation is badly needed.
Some of these local councillors, they do get, selected also, elected also. But quality of their participation and community schemes, the performance, that has been measured only through a few studies or that have been conducted.
For the first time, 35 home-based workers have won seats at the local level in Punjab and Sindh, which is a great win. This was done by improving advocacy process, but working atmosphere is poor, which is alike in small and the large districts.
There were lack of access to government funds. Women did not even have access to basic infrastructure like bathroom facilities or offices. So the chairman's office was the only place where they get to sit, right? And then when they take their proposals, they are exactly, as she said, they're sidelined. And then they're expected to maybe be involved in what are called feminine problems like domestic disputes. So, these patriarchal dynamics do determine. And then we had a female counselor that said, "Main elect to ho gayi hu, but it's my husband who does all the work. I'm not allowed out of my house."
Digital divide is also an important factor in disabling women. Getting them out to the arena is the answer.
Technology is an enabler, especially with access to services, especially to finding that voice and those, building those trust circles around those. Technology is a big enabler, but we also see that the inclusion angle is not just gender or it is also regional. So we do see a digital divide which is prevalent. Then there is a very, very real gender digital divide in Pakistan. So yes, we have to look at it as a holistic thing that probably, hopefully, all our social inequalities, the offline, do not translate themselves online as well.
As a bottom line, it is clear that it is an ongoing struggle where everyone has to play his or her part, and that too diligently and on continuous basis. With cameraman Hassan Zaidi, I am Zaina Noor from SDTV.